Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Angelika's Journal. Today we're going to do another step. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you the painting because the last video was the painting. So let's find all the painting. Okay, so this was one. I tried different techniques, different colors. This one didn't blend very well. I think I waited too long and the purple was dry, so then when I put this over it didn't really blend, but that's okay. This is only a background, right? So I may put a nice big, piece of paper, maybe a writing spot or something, and the bulk of it will be covered up. This one is the blue and the green. Not bad. I'm thinking maybe something botanical on this side. There is one that turned out amazing, but let's go one by one. What's this one? Oh, this one was just a green. Looks like there's some white mixed in here. And that's fine. I could always do some stenciling over top. Something along those lines. And then this is the one we did on camera. And I did not go over the letters yet. Also on this, I was thinking maybe using the black and outline the owl. So where it's not connected here because it was the stencil, with the black line, it will then connect the whole thing. So I'm thinking of maybe just doing a black outline on this one. Here's another solid color. There's another solid color. And the solid color are just a base, and then I can stencil over top and then stamp on top of that. You know what I mean? And that's the paper page. This is the one. Like, oh my, I think this turned out so nice. Oh, there's some lumps in it, but some of the paint must have been starting to get bad. But this makes me think of denim. And this one is like a brown kind of denim. I don't know how else to describe it. But like this could be like autumn. And then this could be like winter. Or summer if you add green. Mind you, the green one would be summer. Oh, maybe no, this is fall, winter, spring, and summer. Oh, I guess I could put add a bunch of color for the florals. But I don't know. I just love the way this turned out. There's some purple, there's blue, and there's white. And then here, I did the brown, but then I added yellow. And it just made the brown. See here, there's brown, and then there's like a rust brown. And that's what happened with yellow. And then I thought, oh, let's do orange. And then I added the orange. And then I'm like, okay, well, because the more I would go with the orange or the yellow, it would mix with the brown and it would just disappear because brown's the darker color. So then I decided to add some white. Some of it mixed in more than others. Like here you can see the white. I really love these two. Was there any other paint pages? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, yeah, this one. Isn't that gorgeous, too? That's another idea of this. But with this, I did not take multiple colors. Here I have purple, blue, and white. Here I had the brown, and then I did yellow and orange, and then the white on top. This one, I just did green, and then did the white. Brown, and then I did the white. And it turned out so beautiful. I like this brown one better than I do this other brown one. I love the blue. It works with the blue and the purple. Makes me think denim. But with this one, even though I do love it, I think this one turned out better. Probably because it's more of a single color, but tones, whereas this gives out distinct color, like lots of colors. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, so those were my painted pages. Yeah, so now we are going to do, I got my tray prepared. We're doing napkins today. All right, so now these are very basic. They're more background. This one, and even that blue one. So this one has butterflies. So this, I don't have to do anything on top, really, because it's already black and white. This one's blue, so I could stamp on top of it. I don't think I'd stencil, unless I have flowers that I might stencil on it. But I'm thinking more stamping. This one's a little busier. But if you do something black over top, it'll be fine. I don't know that I would use a dark blue. I think like black stamping would be, I don't know. You know, there are options out there. And then this is a blue, and it looks like blueberries. And then it has some leaves, a lighter blue, the leaves. So those are my, you know, like my more simple patterns. It's not like busy in respect of color or anything. These are more what I consider background papers. Then here we got the more busy ones. This one I've had for a long time. I've used it before. Yeah. So this is nice. And you know, I could do something like this with this. Because what I'm thinking is the pages that I have the piece that's going to be a pocket, you know what I mean? Whether it's a straight or the angled one, I could put this as the background and then put this on the foreground. And they would go nice together. Especially with the butterfly. If I could capture the butterfly and have the butterfly like over here with the birds, you know what I mean? It would be so nice. So this, it would be a foreground. Where do I go? Okay, so this one, this would be the background because I can't see the blue ones working or the black and white. I like to match the colors. So this would be like green and purple. This one, the light blue might work because there is some blue. It's not the same blue, so I don't know. And I don't want to go with green. Green would work really nice. Black, not so much. Has nothing to do with it. And this has nothing to do with it. So I would either go with one of these. And I think I would take a chance with the blue. Or mind you, there's white. I could just leave the page as is. And like the writing page. And do like ladybug or bumblebee or butterfly, and then that same one I stamp on the page. I could also stamp on here, which will bring the background and the foreground together. Do it by stamping. You know, the ladybug, you stamp it in red. The bumblebee, use yellow. There's yellow in here, right? And then with the Sharpie, you just, yeah. Anyways, so I would use one of these or go plain. Then we have this one, and this one is so busy. Oh me, oh my. This would probably go with the darker blue. because you've got this, which is similar to this, not the same, but similar, and then the dark blue with the dark blue, and it would pop the orange and the flowers more. I really love this one. I'm not much into the fruit thing, but I really love this one. Mind you, all of these would really work. Because it's fruit, the green would work. Because of the blue, that would work. This is, I don't know, this blue doesn't quite look right. This blue looks better. Because of the two different blues. Or the green. Which the green, I think it makes the orange pop more. So there are options. And then this one, the lilac. I think I would just go with the green. Because there's no blue in it. Maybe the black and white. It tones down, I feel, it tones down the flower. Whereas this helps the flower to pop. So I think I would want the green for that one. And then this is a recent one I got. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? I'm definitely going to be using that one. I love the little birdhouses and the birdies. But what background? I guess because of the sky, you could do this as a background. Or the green. Mind you, there's already a lot of green, so it kind of overwhelms all the green. Mind you, when you do a lot of one, everything else kind of pops, but I don't know, I don't feel it. Nope. I like this one. I don't know why, but I like it. Maybe because it's the blue sky, right? It's going to be right next to the blue. Well, saying that, the page, yeah, I don't know. It might not be next to that, and I may have to go with the green. Because if only this is going to show, depends on the page, right? All right, so there we go. These are the foreground, so we'll put those away for now. And the background are these four. So since I have four of them, let's pick 4 pages. And I know this is one of the ones I want to do the napkins on. But you know, before we do that, let's prep these napkins. This one's already open. So we'll just take one out. And that's done. These are not opened yet. It's been a while since I've done napkins, so I'm not surprised. I have a few in the drawer too that aren't opened yet. All right, well, you can see $1.50. These are all, oh, this one was from the pharmacy. So this one was more expensive. No, there can't be that many from the pharmacy. Anyways, $1.50, $2. The pharmacy ones are probably more like $5. But there's not a lot of them. It's only if they have something that the dollar store didn't have that I thought would be really nice. That is the only time I would have bought something in a store. All right, one of these. Which side do I want? This side. Oh, this paper rips real easy. Look at that. Or maybe I just know what I'm doing now. I don't know. That one. I'm cutting it on the side where there is no fold. See, like this, it's a page there. Here it opens up, but here is where there's no, like when you go with the knife, you're not going to rip it because it's all together. And so that's the side I try and open it up on. And, you know, even this is not perfect, but it's all good. There we go. Oh, huh. Where did I grab this from? Oh, yeah. All right, so now what we do is we open up the napkin. And then we have to separate them. And this is why I pulled out my Scotch tape. You don't need much, just a small amount. And then you're going to pull it apart. And is there another layer? Yep, there is. Most of the ones I buy, I find are 2-layered. Now you can leave one layer on if you want. It will absorb the medium that you use to put them together. So this one is the ghost print, because you can see a little bit of the print. It went through. And this one, the first one you do, is the true white. It's very rare that you find ink on that one. And I do separate them, because this you can use as a background for when you do stuff. Yeah, it's very faint, but that's okay. Or if you have something underneath, like written paper, and you just want to add a little bit to it, this is nice to do that with. Whereas the plain white I use for when I create faux leather journals, or if I want something to look like a paper bag, you know, you would just ink it afterwards after you scrunch it up. There's a lot of things that you may want that scrunched look. And then if you don't want it white, white is a fabulous base to add color to. So I keep the white separate from the ghost print. That's what they call it, a ghost print. All right, so this one is now ready to be glued in. So regular, ghost print, and white. Okay, I'm going to pause you and I'm going to do the other 3 and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. And I just wanted to show you this one, that's the ghost print, and that one, and that one. This one didn't have a ghost print. It had 2 layers that were white. So that will happen sometimes. Both layers will be white and you won't get a ghost print, which is fine, right? It's just more paper that's plain white that you can use. So these 2 I will put on top. I actually keep them in file folders in the same drawer I keep these, like the napkins. And so I keep them separate depending on what project I'm doing. Now, so those are these 3. This one, when I was separating the ghost layer, it was sticking to the good layer, like the pattern layer. And so I just wanted to mention, when you separate the ghost and the printed layer and the ghost layer, if you see that the paper, the tissue paper might start ripping, go to another spot. What I ended up doing is sort of like going the back way. I don't know, hold on. So I was taking it off on this side. And then let's say it was around here where there was a couple spots it was sticking. So then I continued across. It was fine. And then I tried to go this way, and no, I couldn't get that to unstick. So then I went by the back way, like this way, behind where I was doing it, and it came right off. And there was not a problem. So take your time. You'll be fine. It's just sometimes they just don't want to. I forgot to put my timer on. Jeez, because you know how I can talk. All right, so now we got that. We got my book. We got our tissue paper. We're going to do one of each. And this is going to be the first area. I have my little book weight, which I'll put over here. Actually, I'm going to put it up this way because I could start in the middle, but either way, I'm only doing 4 pages, and I'll be back over here. I'm going to be back, doing this. So might as well get it done now. So now, your options to glue the tissue paper. You can use a glue stick, and I will do this one with a glue stick. Now, there's also Mod Podge you can use. Either one will work. Mod Podge I use for the 12 by 12 when I back it with a napkin. Or if I'm doing the faux leather covers, that kind of thing, I'll use the Mod Podge. Now for here, where's my, I had laminated a piece of material, and I've showed you this before, because I wanted to make like a, kind of like a purse thing, a pocket thing. You would sew this like down up here over, and then this way, and then that would be a pouch, and then you would put a button here, a loop up here, and then you would fold it over, and then it would become a pouch. Now that's the reason why I had created these. Or you could just even do it like this, where there's a little bit of a separation of height, and then just stitch the 2 sides, and you can use it as a pouch. You can store things in it, your stickers or ephemera cards or whatever. You can do a bunch of them and have them standing next to each other, and it can be all your different whatevers, right? But since this was only a test, and this was supposed to be for my granddaughter Claire, and then there was one for my grandson, and I was going to do one for my older granddaughter. But because my grandson's Spider-Man one did not work out, I messed it up. I thought, you know what? I need more time to figure this out. So I'm going to use the one that I made for Claire. Because she never got it. Because I won't give one grandkid something and not the other ones, right? You can't do that. Then they accuse you of favoritism. Right, grandmas? I'm sure you'll agree with me. Anyways, so now this is the messy one. I've got to use it up. I ordered some new glue sticks, but I got to finish off what I have. I got 4 more of these, and then these 2. There's 1 scented one left. And then I got 4 more of this, so 5 in total. I got to use them up. I ordered, I think tomorrow or the day after, I'm going to be getting them. So, yeah, you just glue it down. Glue the page. And then I'm going to do a neutral one here. And then you just... Okay, now this is the hard part. Honestly, people, this is the hard part. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to waste some paper, and I'm just going to put it down and hope for the best. And we are going to test out this glue stick and see if it works with glue stick. All right, there's a few little wrinkles, especially the fold, but that ain't too bad. I could live with this. And now, how would you cut it? Basically, if you have a nail, you could cut it. Yeah, most of it cut. Where's that knife I had? Or actually, I could even use this. No, it's pulling it. Nope. You got to use a knife. Remember, I've never done this, so I'm learning with you. And yeah, you definitely want to use a knife. All right, so we'll just rip that off for now. Oh, I forgot my tweezers. All right, so there we go. Because remember, this is going to be folded over, so it doesn't matter what this looks like, right? All right, so now, where's my ruler? Oh, I think I put it in here. I love this. I can use these drawers now. Oh, I can't find the metal one, but I guess I could use another one. Yeah, I don't know where my metal one is. So I'm going to go a little bit past. No, this ain't going to work. I like my metal one. Anyways. So this you can keep and use it again. This, honestly, you can keep and use it as a border on a page. All right. So now we can cut. Oh, here are my scissors. I've been playing around with this new setup. And so, I don't know where half my stuff is. Don't we just hate that? Okay, it's not a perfect cut right now. But that's okay. I just don't want it flopping about. Okay, so I better put this away before I hurt myself. It probably needs a new blade. Put this away. Turn it around. And now my smaller scissors. Hopefully, sometimes scissors can't do very thin paper. Well, this one seems to be okay. It's hard though because the tissue paper is so flimsy. And even though I have 2 layers of book page on this one, see, because this is wide and you're trying to, you know what, maybe the big one will work better. Because the blades are longer. Yeah, look at that. It really does make a difference of your scissors. That was perfect. So that's garbage. You know, I'm starting to really like this little ledge I have there on my new desk. Two drawers and then a ledge, and this ledge can go higher, but I like it lower. It's just for the keyboard, right? I don't want to put a bunch of stuff under there. It's just for the keyboard. So I like it lower. You know what? I wonder. Okay, not that great. Don't rip. Maybe if you take the white, the wet, you know that thing that holds water? That might work better. I'm just lousy with my left hand. And so I do everything with my right. In my 20s, I used to toy around because my boss was telling me how, or one of my bosses, how he was ambidextrous. And I'm like, oh, that's a cute word. I don't know, I just like the word. And so then he explained to me what ambidextrous meant and how some people can do things with both hands and that he could. And so after I had that conversation with my boss, I'm like, I wonder. And I tried to write with my left hand, and I'm like, oh my, no, I'm not ambidextrous, but it is fun, you know. And you know what I forgot? These are the background papers. Oh, I guess, no, I should do one with you. So it's either, no, this one I like the blue background, and this one I like the blue background. This is the green. So I guess it would be one of these. I can't remember which one I said for which. I think this was the light blue. I think we're going to go with this because the lilac one I'd like to put on this page just because I suspect it's just this on all four sides, right? See, the two on the left, two on the right, and then the flip would be the same. So I could cut it. See, it doesn't wrap around. So this would be the picture, and I think that would look better like on a half page. Could even cut a little bit off the bottom for the half page. So this I want to do on a half page. And the birds also, actually the birds I'll do on a full page. But anyways, we're going to do one of these, and I didn't prep it. I'm sorry. Do I have any in the folder? No, these are all my ghost prints. No. I don't have any scraps. Then again, I'm the kind of person that if there were scraps, I would put it in here so it's all together, and I don't see any scraps. So, yeah, just because I have like, I don't know, 20 different napkins, different patterned ones. Yeah. While I'm doing this, I wanted to mention, maybe I'll do a video on starting junk journaling. You know, when I started junk journaling and I first discovered it, I did not know what I should buy, invest my money in, and even how to do them, right? And I just want to mention, I may still do that video on how to begin and not spend a lot of money. But the biggest thing, so if this doesn't open that way, then try and rip the paper with the tape. Because if you rip the paper, see, it then reveals the underneath. some are easier to separate than others. Anyways, what I was saying about starting, the biggest thing, yes, you need paper, and unless you learn paper dyeing techniques from the very beginning with vegetables and stuff, because you buy a whole head of red cabbage and you can't use it all, or even the green cabbage, white, whatever they call it. You might not be able to use the whole thing before it gets bad, and so then you can use it to dye some papers. So really all you need to start off is a printer and a phone, and that's it. That's all you need to start recording videos. But when it comes to buying things that you can keep up, what am I going to do with this? Oh yeah, I wanted to put it on here. Will that work? No, I don't like that. Maybe this side. See, it's right on the edge. Oh wait, maybe I'll do it this way. Where's my paperweight? Like that. And then it's going to be cut off right here. That's pretty, because you've got a bit of purple here to go with the green. I'm okay with that. Alright, so actually, you know what? I could just fold it and then cut along the fold. There you go. And yeah, I keep getting distracted with this. Actually, what I might do is put it down like this. See, it's not straight. Makes me think I didn't measure right. Rather go a little bit extra than not enough. No, a little more over. I'd rather have the extra than not enough. Okay. How many times am I going to start this story? Yeah, okay, so you can dye it with vegetables from the kitchen. You can coffee, tea. Those are the most popular. And most everybody, probably 90% of the world drinks, 95 maybe, coffee. And then there's the tea. Just dye your own paper to start. And then the only thing I would purchase is slowly, other than your printer paper, slowly start buying stamps, stencils, and punches. Because, think of it, those three things do not disappear. They are not constantly needing replenishment. Those three things you can use over and over and over again. So if you are new to this and you are trying to, buy up supplies to make more and more, put your money on stencils, stamps, and punches. Now the cheapest of that, trying to think, when was the last time I bought stencils? I have so many. I'd say it's a toss between stencils and stamps. Because with stamps, you can get ones that have a lot of, like those clear stamps, the pack, it has like, some of them have a lot of parts to it. And consider dollar store and stores like that, because they sell stamps. they sell stencils. You know, even if it's just an alphabet stencil to start. Where's my lid? Uh-oh. Yeah. Anyways, you know what I'm saying. Okay, no, I wanted it this way. Ooh, I could put it this way, couldn't I? Oh, I like that better. Now that I cut it down, and then I can just remove the extra or leave it. No, this will show because this is the cover. So I'd have to cut off the extra. I like this. Okay, so once again, where is my plastic pink thing? Maybe I should have done the background with the Mod Podge just to show you. But I'm going to do the Mod Podge on here just to show you. I have this silicone thing. You can just use a paintbrush. And that's all you're doing. You're spreading out the glue. Uh-oh, I didn't bring something to put it on. Don't move. Okay, so now this one, we're going to go this way. Oh, this is going to be hard because the plastic backing I have here has glue on it also. And it's going to stick onto it. Okay, maybe Mod Podge is not the medium of choice. There we go. Not bad. And then, of course, this is just layer 1. When you decorate pages, that is just layer 1. Then you can add as many more as you want on top of it, right? So I'm going to, oopsie. Maybe I should be ripping it the other way. But you know, if it has a ragged edge, I'm okay with that. Oh, and look, with Mod Podge, I can't, like I'd have to cut this off because it's spread, right? Where's that knife? Maybe the knife will help. I probably should have put a new blade on it. Oh, actually, if you do it at an angle along the edge of the page. And you know, if it has a raggedy edge, it really doesn't matter. It's not supposed to be perfect. I gotta keep reminding myself. Not supposed to be perfect. All right. So now we're going to take off, if it'll come off. Nope, it's all getting tucked in. Ooh, I ripped it. Oh well. That's okay. Yeah, see, I don't want to go too hard because I could be cutting the other side, the paper. All right, so you know what? We're just going to leave it in there. There we go. And this, I'll just cut off the wet end from the Mod Podge. And so I guess lesson learned here, when it comes to working in an altered book, use the glue stick. Yeah, this was not a smart move. This is good when you are going on, oh, look at the mess. Oh, baby wipe, baby wipe. Mod Podge is good when you're doing, like, well, it might work on paper, but like cardstock, like those 12 by 12s I have that I put the napkin on the back. You just put a whole bunch of Mod Podge and you put the napkin on it. Then you put parchment paper and I iron it. I also wanted to mention I may end up ironing these pages if I'm not happy with the wrinkles. Yes, you could stack a bunch of books on top, but I want things done fast and now. Not a good attitude, but 'tis me. Anyways, yeah, so I may end up pulling out my iron and the parchment paper and then ironing every page. Because what that does is it helps to flatten everything. You don't get these curves. If the glue didn't stick in a spot, the heat from the iron, now I'm not saying really, really hot, but a very, very warm, almost hot iron, it will balance out the glue and it'll help it stick in areas that it's not sticking. Especially if you get bubbles, ironing is great for that. It disperses it. Yeah, anyways, I don't iron clothes. I refuse to buy clothes that needs ironing, but when it comes to crafting, I love it. Anyway, so there you have it. This is basically just, you put it down. Now, the paper I had put here, the napkin, I could have done it the other way. Or no, this way is fine. But I mean, like, cut it longer and have it wrap over. I did not wrap it this time. And I can see right here, I'm going to have to put some glue stick. Some glue from the glue stick. But you could wrap it around like I did with the paper. I wrapped it around. I also did not, and it glued. I did not cut off this flap. Oh, there we go. Okay, let it. Her spirits yearn for distant shores. I was just reading this. I'll let this dry and then I'll take off. I'll just leave like maybe a half-inch, half inch is better. And then I'll glue it down and then I'll glue the top and bottom and then this will be done with the first layer. And then the second layer, I don't need this to be open. I'm just adding like embellishments and stuff. I might put a ribbon border, that kind of thing. So I'll glue the top and the bottom so that we then know what pages we have. Now this is another idea. If we take one of these, let's do the light blue because then we'll see what shines through. I'm just wondering if, so it just gives a darkness in the background. See, this is a green. You can tell there's green. This one just shows darkness. Where is the one? What about a yellow? Oh, that adds brightness. That's pretty. And you can still see the writing, but you also see yellow. So technically, this would be 3 layers. The writing would be 1 layer. The yellow hue would be the 2nd layer. The blue leaves would be the 3rd layer. And then you would put a 4th layer and maybe even a 5th, 6th, whatever. You know what I mean? I like it on the solid color, at least the yellow. There's a white one too, isn't there? Now, how does it look on this? So that's the brown. Okay. It shows it's brown, but basically it adds darkness. Ooh, the green is nice too. Mind you, I'm a garden girl. Anything with green, yellow, pink will make me go ooh and ah. You know what I mean? I'm trying to find the white page would just make it more white. What other pages do we have here? That one we did, didn't we? Yeah. No? I know it was a brown. Yeah, it was with the green. This is a different one. Oh, look at that. Oh, that looks nice. Because I don't know if you can tell, but see here it's brown and then it's white. And then it's brown and then it's kind of a mix of brown and white. And there's a white stripe. There's a lighter brown and a darker brown. And the orange shows. Oh, I like this. I wonder. Where is the black and white? So you just play around with it. That's why I say I'm not. Oh, I love that. Look at that. That is so beautiful. I hope I'm in camera. Look at how beautiful with the blues and the white. And actually this, I don't know what color that is. It's kind of like a beigey. Oh, because I had done the brown first and there was some on the brush. But I love the way this looks. Okay, that's it. I'm leaving these here. I'm putting this one on this page and this one on this page. I love it. And then I'll see about the other pages, the other papers, if they'll look better on these. But basically, you just toy around with it, right? So I need to write this down, the order that I'm doing these projects, these page things, because I've now discovered that I should paint the pages first before the tissue paper. I didn't know what order I should be doing it in. And then maybe don't do the paper gluing ones until after, so that if you mess up with the paint, you can cover it with the paper. And then there's this too. I wonder if this would look good with the blue. Anyways, I'm going to play around with these napkins I pulled out. And find what appeals to me. And then I will show it to you. It won't be on the next video because I'm going to be recording the next video tomorrow. And we've got groceries to do tomorrow too. And on top of that, I also have another video already planned for you. So Monday, I will toy around with the tissue paper and all of this. So if you want to add any comments down below, ideas for me, like I said, I won't be working on this until Monday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is when I, like whatever I record and show you, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I then take a break and we go run errands, we do extra housework. Of course, there's one day that's a me day. And then after all that, Monday, I do my cleaning, and that's when I work on the journal. Monday, Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, depending how much time I need. So my next video is going to be the ink and stenciling. So I won't be touching any of these pages. It's going to be strictly like maybe on this. Actually, I'm going to hold it open. And that's where I'm going to be inking and stenciling. And so I will let you go for now. It's been about 40 minutes, hasn't it? Ooh, 53. Huh. If I'm reading that right. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like and subscribe. Comment down below. And do what makes you happy. And everything else will fall into place. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.